she was kind of afraid, as a young girl is, of cockroaches. Speaking from experience, she tried to show some sympathy because even before nobody knew he was a cockroach. She was crying in the other room when he wasn't coming out, which was something against his behavior. She was still showing concern us time pe bhi. While his parents, even the clerk that came in, they were all indifferent to the fact कि वो क्यों नहीं आ रहा है. They just cared about कि वो काम पे जाए, pay off their debt, इस type का. So his relationship with his sister may be on good terms. His mother, she doesn't care. उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता. And his father, all he cared about was he gets like his comfort and everything. पैसे आते जाएं, he doesn't have to work. क्योंकि बाद में when he starts to work after the transformation, he is visibly exhausted, irritable, and everything. That's it.
Yeah, it was a beetle.
No, it was not exactly. They
Yeah,
said,
Google पे आ रहा है. I don't know.
in the book they said vermin. Vermin were like
Vermin मतलब
palace is like worms or insects.
नहीं vermin is. How does Gregor's metamorphosis go hand in hand with a
How does Gregor's metamorphosis go hand in hand with a description of the world around him as he sees it in his new state? That psychology should do.
अच्छा, आपकी राइटिंग मुझसे बेहतर है. How does Gregor's metamorphosis go hand in hand with a description of the world around him as he sees it in his new state? अब मैं सवाल समझता हूँ पहले. नहीं समझ रहा. आगे
नहीं तू कर.
नहीं, अब मैं ईगो पे बात आ गई है.
It means that how is his like transformation visible, like throughout the story? एक तो physical transformation. So how could we see that throughout?
Yeah. दूध दूध फेंक दिया. या rotten stuff लेकिन it started out like he still wanted to go to work मतलब at first पहले 20 pages like he said it was just that कि वो उठने की कोशिश कर रहा है, काम पे जाना है, क्लर्क आ जाएगा, and then slowly he started to turn more insect like मतलब वो he started staying under couches. We've all seen cockroaches come from under the bed or under the cockroaches. Sorry, under the couches. They can, yeah. Then it started. He's climbing walls now, matlab, and then he's mentally becoming less human. ये बात I think we've discussed it pretty well, but यही था. क्या बोलो please.
नहीं, and the world around him वाली चीज में there was this thing कि like he got used to sitting on the chair and looking outside. लेकिन in this form, in his insect form, he couldn't make anything. Like they first explained like how it was like पहले कि like he could see the church था, I think so. Hospital था, sorry, hospital था. But as an insect, he was like he couldn't make out anything, but still used to like sit there. And his sister got used to like opening the window every single time he would sit there. So like that's one thing to like around the world वाली बात.
क्या बात है? अच्छा, अब क्या आ गया? यहाँ पर.
पता है क्या? How does the Samsa family
How does this Sansa's family life change after Gregor is transformed into an insect? In what ways has it remained the same?
one thing that I realized, like how did like their lives changed? कि पहले all of them were just living around. It wasn't like they were not capable to work. They just relied on Gregor. Because at first they explained how his father was like in the same chair, not moving around in his gown. लेकिन अब क्योंकि पैसे नहीं है, he started working. So he was like proper ball set, uniform, everything. And his sister started to work, his mother started work. So it was like they were just relying on him. Even though they could work, they were just lazing around. And once they lost, like Gregor couldn't earn anymore, उन सबको काम करना पड़ा. So that's another lesson कि like people just yeah.
Because the life moved on,
Yeah.
everybody is replaced.
अब मैंने भी कहा
Like
कि
you're
ये
not
दो
incapable
तीन
of
दिन का
doing
शौक होगा
anything.
मैं बताऊँ
Yeah, like you're not incapable of doing.
नहीं बट लाइक दैट डिपेंड्स कि अगर तुम
if you
दूसरे बहुत बड़ा काम किया
हाँ माइकल जैक्सन
मैंने
को
अभी
याद है
तक
ना.
तो कोई नहीं किया मैं बाइक अपनी जाके मार दूँ क्या होगा
Life move, life will move
Yeah.
on.
No, except for that,
क्या
like,
गलत है
क्या यार.
बिरयानी नो आलू गरम.
ये ऐसे
And one thing is like you're not
बिरयानी
incapable.
की
Like it's not like you cannot do something. You just have to be put on the spot and then you do it. Like जब तक need है तब तक काम फिर करना शुरू कर दोगे. So like that's one thing.
मैंने उस जो पॉइंट की ना उसके अबू के पास पैसे भी थे जब उसने सोच सुना था ना कहना कि चलो आई हैव मनी आई हैव सम सेविंग्स उसने सोचता था कि कॉकरोच ने या बीटे ने जो भी था बन गया ही वाज लाइक कि इफ ही हैड मनी तो मुझे नॉट एनी
कि like मैं क्यों अलग से सेव कर रहा था उसकी वॉयलेंट के लिए.
if the father was the one who was earning and वो बैठा रहता तो हम देखते हैं एक बच्चा होता है हर घर में जिसकी इज्जत अफजाई हो रही होती है ये काम नहीं करते नहीं मैं अपनी बात कर रहा था लेकिन
तू 17 साल का है.
ना नाम पूछा घर में अच्छा लेकिन इट्स प्रीटी ऑब्वियस पाकिस्तानी घराने यहाँ पे होता रहता है तो अब उल्टी चीज करो तो फिर वो उसका अब्बा पागल हो जाता उसने पहली शेर मार दी अब चौथे मारता मुझे पढ़ी नहीं ना क्या करूँ
यू शुड आल्सो स्पीक अब तो मैं स्टोरी समझ आ गई
I don't use it. And they give you reviews on what you think about it. Oh my god, I would love that after this, if Shazelle could tell us what she thinks the book is about. ये पहले हो चुका है. Okay, so it's who is to blame for Gregor's metamorphosis and why does the metamorphosis take place? It's not, yeah, it's not specified in the book. There's a lot of things that factor in. Like मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा जो लगा it was societal pressures, like and all his unfulfilled responsibilities. It he was just living a monotonous life at that point. उसकी life का कोई मकसद नहीं था. वो सुबह उठता था, job पे जाता था, वापस आ जाता था, and yeah. That's the big, yeah. Mhm. मुझे writing में समझ आई ना. How did Gregor feel about his job? I have no idea, but all I know is he was tired. He was frustrated. He has to work this simple, old, plain, boring job just to provide for his family. And the whole after, especially after knowing his dad, he was just used to his routine of just going and then coming back. नहीं, he never complained because he was used to that routine. उसको पता था कि no matter what happens, he has to provide for his family. What if he was afraid to have more? Because there was the debt, the family debt they owed to his mother. What if he was afraid? Yeah, then I could maybe go get him at a time like that. If you would safety would be there it is.
Yeah, I'm the host.
Bro, जितने रहते हैं ना सारे आपने करने हैं.
सबसे अच्छा बोलता है
देखो ये बोलते थे तो आप क्यों बोलते
that he will
Consider
Consider the reactions to Gregor's transformation. What is unusual about their reactions? What was unsurprising? How would you react?
yeah, I would actually react the same.
I think their reactions were not.
They were
that-
pretty human.
Huh.
They were initially.
Except the mother though. I think mothers they have this motherly thing कि बच्चा जो भी हो ना they support them and stuff. But
So how would
yeah,
you,
exactly.
no, how would you react? Or how would you? What would you do? Say कि अच्छा he turned into a cockroach. tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
They did try to pretend that things are absolutely normal, but at the same time there was denial and pragmatic acceptance.
I think उनका भी कसूर नहीं है इस पॉइंट पे कि if Sahil becomes
Get over with it. Yeah.
नहीं बट ग्रेगर हैड नो मतलब अगर इतनी डर लाइक हो गई है मैं मतलब तुमने बाहर चले जाता डर नहीं इट वुड बी फन है
ये लेकिन
सेकंड में स्टॉप हो जाते हैं.
तो मरना तो उससे पहले का
इज्जत से मर
इसके बाद से स्टार्ट का टाइम नहीं था. We had a family which was in death. नहीं हो सकता.
इसे ऊपर इंसेक्ट
नो
डिपेंडेंट टू इंसेक्ट और
वो पहले एक्सेप्ट तो कर ले बंदे को एक चीज एक ट्रेजेडी एक्सेप्ट करने में काफी महीने लगते हैं. Even years for some people. अगर वो ज्यादा इमोशनली सेंसिटिव है.
नहीं यू कांट डील विद इट एकदम से
एकदम से नहीं बट कितना टाइम लगेगा
आई थिंक इतना ज्यादा नहीं हुआ हाँ 2-3 महीने 2-3 साल होते तब जाके वो अडैप्ट होता
2-3 महीने अब आप
वो
अब पर्सनली मी आई वुडंट सी एनी एंड अब क्या होगा वापस इंसान तो बनना है जाके डराएंगे
तो अगर तुम कीड़े बन गए तुम एक महीना तो स्कूल नहीं आओगे कि लोग क्या सोचेंगे. दूसरे महीने तुम आओगे लेकिन तुम ऑकवर्ड फील करोगे. एंड तो something बनता है ना. What's the societal pressure?
इवन नाउ
अभी भी है but like the fact that society interferes in your personal matters obviously एक बंदा nervous होगा. उसकी intrusive thoughts आके उसको swallow करेगी. तो दिमाग खराब होगा. It's so obvious.
एंड we're not only talking about intrusive thoughts हम इस स्पेसिफिक बंदे के बारे में कह रहे हैं कि वो एक मोनोटोनस साइकिल के अंदर है ठीक है एंड ही
a weary mind can be dead, a weary body can be dead, but a weary spirit cannot. उसकी spirit ही पूरी क्या नाम है? Before the क्या नाम metamorphosis
and honestly that's the reality to some extent ठीक है if you do something you don't like और उस monotony में फंस गए हो ना like मुझे ये लफ्ज़ अच्छा नहीं लगता मैं मजबूरी में अगर पढ़ूंगा ना कोई चीज़ तो क्या अजीब सी monotony हो जाएगी जो वो बन रहा है
This one thing I don't agree with कि कोई अच्छी ending में कोई scope नहीं था.
नहीं वो अच्छी वो तो ऑथर के ऊपर है ना
नहीं like फिर भी अच्छी ending यहाँ से अगर आप उसको वापस से काम करते थे pointless हो जाती.
That's not the problem. Not
नहीं लेकिन story pointless हो जाती. और अगर आप realism पे जाओ तो वो बाहर जाए.
अबे realism कहाँ से आएगा? वो कीड़ा है.
अगर देखो अगर यहाँ पे इंसान कीड़ा बन गया वो फिर बाहर गया ना तो उसको पता नहीं कि मीडियम वाले चुप के ले लेंगे उसको फिर डिस्प्ले कर देंगे. फिर क्या लाइफ को बुरा नहीं तो नीचा बात है
तो आप पहले नीचे आपके घर में ना आपने
So what's the point in just anything?
भाई अब आपकी जिंदगी है ही नहीं तो live what you
I don't think you can live happily as an insect. ना अपनी फैमिली के साथ क्यों नहीं रहते बाहर नहीं जाते पता है कैसे बाहर चले तो डिस्प्ले हो गया या मार देंगे आपको सीधा as a threat.
या मजाक उड़ाएं
वैसे ही है
अबे तो भाई मैं कह रहा हूँ
वैसे सेफ से मारा था दूसरे को भी
तो why would anyone use an apple to kill an insect? खाने की चीज कीड़े को मारिए. बंदा झूठी मार दे.
Question to Vice President and Simon. If you were Gregor, if you turned into a kira, what would you do? Both of you.
तुम तो hypothetically हो ना
hypothetically देखो अगर मैं कीड़ा बन गया ना insect I feel like
पकड़ लो
तो like the religious perspective वो तो खत्म ही हो गया ना तो like suicide would be an option probably तो suicide यार किसी उन्हें देखो मुझे समझ आ गया कि मेरी फैमिली मुझ पे तपी हुई है तो मैं कॉन्स्टेंटली तंग करूंगा कि मार ही दर्द दिस पॉइंट
मैं भी तो यही कह रहा हूँ क्या कि डरा लोग
तो लाइक वही ऑप्शन है
मामा रात में सो रही है छत पे जाके खड़े हो जाते हैं.
हाँ
Vice President, you.
Vice क्या
Friends, what would you do?
what would I do I honestly don't know